Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Leslie. If you haven't been here before, I hope you enjoy what you see. Now, as you all know, I am a new or fairly new laser user. Um, my husband kindly and generously gifted me a X Tool M1 Ultra. And I love it and I adore it and I'm practicing with it and I'm bringing you things as I learn them. Uh, Unfortunately, I have not yet learned how to get my camera to take a video worthy video of it because it keeps bouncing back the reflections through the yellow lid. If you yellowish, orange, whatever we're calling it. If you were to look on the X2 website and see the M1 Ultra, you would see that it kind of has a yellowy orange lid to protect your eyes so you don't have to wear special glasses. Love it. Use it a lot. And one of the things that I have been doing is using it to make frames. And Xtool has a lovely designing system and they have Design Find. And I typed in Easter frames and I love what I found. So let's take you down and show you exactly what I did find. So these are the Easter frames that I found and I am loving them. So I'll tell you why these ones are in the blue in just a moment. Now this one is the original frame front, okay? This is the way it came. Then I wanted to go ahead and I wanted to add some color to my frame. But not only that, I wanted to add some words like Easter 2025. Now this one, I added the engraving and then I painted. But I painted with acrylic markers. And looking up close, you can really tell that it's just a little more splotchy than I would like. So I redid it. But this time, I tried something that I had not tried before. I painted my wood first. So this time I used the craft paint here. This acrylic paint, sorry. And I painted my wood. I let it dry very thoroughly. That's the key. And then I engraved and cut after it was painted. And I don't know if you can tell the difference on camera, but the engraving stands out a bit more. What I would advise you is that if you're going to try this method of paint and then engrave, I used the recommended engraving settings for the machine. I might even take it up one more notch and make it just a bit darker. So of course this would be, whoops, a little boy frame, okay? So that one's for me. And I've already taken the back and I've glued on the piece that will slide or allow the photo to slide in because it holds it up from the back a bit, right? So the photo can slide into the little pocket. All righty, so let's do this. What I have done, I'm just going to move these over because this is a little overwhelming. There we go. So what I have done, and it's another trick that I have learned, um, I cannot remember who did it online, but that's where I saw it. Is I have made sure that the pieces, the little pieces like this, remain in the square, or I've put them back in. And now I am going to take some pink paint and I am going to paint them right on these pieces, just like this. And this is a very, very old Cricut mat. This is a really old one. Believe it or not, folks, when I gave my daughter my Cricut, she took the original mat with it. She took a whole bunch of mats, but the original one was still there. I still used it for things, but this one I use for like different crafts and stuff. And there we go. See how easy that makes it to leave those little pieces in and just be able to paint like that. And then once it's dry, I can just lift the square up and it will be ready to rumble. There we go. Are you guys all getting your Easter frames ready? Are you doing Easter scrapbook pages and Easter cross stitches and all the things? It's hard to believe we're already almost on Valentine's Day. There we go. So 2 little tips: paint, then cut and engrave if you can. Second tip, leave the littlest pieces in and paint them like this. Tell you, I wish I had thought of this or seen this before Christmas. I would have saved myself a lot of heartache. Just being honest, folks. Okay, now to pull them out, I just do this. There we go. Oh. And there's the first set out, and then this becomes garbage. But the kids like to take them and use them like stencils. So we don't waste a lot in this craft that we do. There we go. And then this one. And it makes it so much easier than doing all the individual pieces at once. Whoops, put you back down. And there we go. So now we can set those up there. The kids will take those, I know. And we can start on the big part of the frame while those finish drying. Now, let me get this one and this one because they need to be painted. And for them, I am going to use a chalk paint, and it is, what color have we got here? Sheepskin. So it's not pure white, but it'll still be nice. There we go. Oops. Good thing I have a scrappy mat here to catch all the dribbles. Just let me grab a brush. Lately, all my brushes seem to be losing their heads when I am painting, and I do not like that. Of course, nobody would like that. I have, there we go, a hair. Welcome to Life with Animals, part 10,001. There we go. This is a quick, simple, great beginner project to get you used to using the laser function. I'd say to cut out one was just under 5 minutes using a 10-watt laser. And then I cut out the two blank ones here at the same time. And I think they took maybe 11 minutes. No, I am wrong. Sorry, I am doing that backwards. So the blue frames, which I cut out, took 12 to 13 minutes because of the engraving. Okay, so my blue frames with the engraving took a little bit longer. And then these frames took the 10 to 12 minutes. Not long at all. There we go. We'll set that one aside to make. So it is a quicker project to do, and it's so easy to assemble. Okay, now you could take it and use the base. Okay, or I had another idea as I was getting ready to come on. I want to hang mine up on my wall upstairs. And so I am going to use, whoops, there we go, one coat wonder. I am going to use some twine to hang mine up. Now, if you are like me, you have crafter's twine like this one here, or you have a whole bunch of ribbon like these ones. So I could use ribbon, I could use twine, I could put teeth on the back, whatever I want to do. I could go ahead and use the stands. But for today, I am using my twine or my ribbon. I haven't decided which one yet. I will see when they're together. And we will assemble one together. And then the rest I will do off camera because really it's just the same easy steps over and over again, right? Now, some more advice for you. On the filter system, please do not think that you could get away with doing a project and not having filters in. Let's say you've done so many, you've gone through your filter, and you want to do one more. It will fill your room with the smoke. There is no need to be scared of using a laser cutter like I was at the beginning. I was terrified. Absolutely terrified. I knew I was burning the house down. Well, folks, I haven't burned it down yet. So I think we're fairly close to safe on that one. I do, however, each time I use it, as soon as I am done and my filter system is done running, I open the lid and I turn off the power to the back. I used to also unplug. However, in case you didn't know, I am a tiny person. I am only 4'11". And so reaching across the table the way that it's set up to turn it off just was not easy for me. And so I did a whole bunch of checking, asked a whole bunch of questions, and it is perfectly safe for me to go ahead, leave it plugged in, but with the power button turned off in the back, and then the lid up. Neither way can the cutter itself start. So I feel pretty safe in leaving it plugged in now. There are so many things to consider, right? Now, we are going to go ahead and we are going to start putting our frame together. And, oh my goodness. How in the world did... Oh, it's right in front of my face, guys. Let's start putting this little frame together. As soon as I get my glue here open, maybe. And here we go. I love these quick projects. Now, if you wanted to, and I definitely will be, making a matching frame like this one that will go into the kids' scrapbook pages for that year, for 2025's Easter. And they will match then, where the picture goes on that page will match their picture frames. And I think that will make an absolutely adorable set. So, and now we will get this put on. Let me see how I want it. I think I want it like that. If I was using, where are they? The frame, this is what I would do. If I was using the stand with my frame, like so, I would put it into the stand and measure where the feet would go, okay? And that way you can use it with the stand, just like so. But I am choosing to hang mine up. So I am not as worried about foot placement, so to speak, or paw placement, I guess I should say. So here we go. I'm just going to line it up with the bottom there and do this one. By the way, if you buy a laser cutter of any kind, and I'll just explain here in a second what I'm trying to say. Well, you discovered that when you're cutting, let me see, which one was it? You have this little nub, and I don't think I'll be able to show you. Maybe this way. The little nub right there. It's really teeny tiny. That did not cut through. You can go ahead. It cut like 95% of the way through. So just go ahead and take it. Oops, you know what I did? I painted them pink. Take it and go ahead and use a utility knife and cut right through it. It doesn't take much because it's usually just the very bottom that doesn't cut through. And so all you have to do is just take your utility knife and cut it through. It took me like 2 shakes of a pussycat's tail. And there we go. Now I knew something looked weird. But thank goodness I always have chalk paint on hand because it is very good at covering mistakes. So there we go. Now we're cooking. Alrighty, so I will do that with the other ones, of course. All right, I'm going to take a second off camera and I'm going to blow dry those legs, or blow dry. I'm going to heat dry those legs so that we can move on. Alrighty, it's nice and dry now, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to start assembling the little pads onto the bottom of his paw. Oh, there, that fits better. There we go. try and keep it as level as possible for myself. I hope you guys are enjoying these little adventures with the laser cutter. Let's see. Yeah. I think that this would be done easily also if you took it and drew it like a stencil onto cardboard and made yourself a cardboard frame for the Easter season. I think that would be very cute. And I will be finding a way to use it as a card front because I think that it would make an adorable front to a card. So we shall see what I can come up with. I try to make things as sets. So one of these will be going to my daughter, one daughter, and then one to the other daughter. And so I want matching cards because, you know, that's what they like. And then, of course, when they get their scrapbooks, they will find a matching page in their scrapbook. So we just have fun. We just, as they like to say, cut loose. All right, so now, while this frame front is drying, we are going to take and the one that we have glued together, okay, is ready to go, and we are going to put glue on it, just like so. I love having a fine tip to get the glue into these little places. Now I'm going to put, oops, my lid back on. There we go. And then it's as simple as this, guys. Place it on there so that it will hold the picture. Okay, I'm going to show you something in just a moment. Just making sure mine's all lined up before my glue dries, of course. Okay, you need to... Uh-oh. Shoot. Just when you get it right, of course, right? Isn't that always the way? But that's okay. Just reposition and carry on. There we go. We got it. Now, I'm just going to push down for a moment. So what I was saying to you was to make sure that you do not forget the spacer in between because you won't be able to switch your picture in and out. Now, if you don't want to switch your picture year to year, if you're using the Easter 2025 method, you could glue your picture right there and call it even. But I will be switching my pictures out. I will soon have a third grandchild, a little boy. We're excited about that. So we will be hanging these all up on the wall, and year by year we will go ahead and get her done. Now, we are going to now add our ribbon. Get some glue here. And what I like to do is I like to make sure that I have lots of glue Oops. Okay. And then I put glue right along there. And I take a piece of this pink tape and I use it to hold it while that glue dries. Okay. So it's just an added security measure for my peace of mind. There we go. Oop. There we go. Security measure. Now remember, the tape will not be visible once it dry, like everything's in place, then the tape, whoops, will be gone. And there we go, guys. We are ready to hang up this. Sorry, just give me one sec. There we go. We are ready to hang up our cute little bunny frame. Okay. Like I said, we do have a bottom if you want to use it. But don't forget, if you're going to use it, to measure how high up you want your little bunny's paws to be. Okay. I am not using it. Now, there was a trick that I saw on YouTube or Facebook Shorts, I'm not sure, where the person took a clothespin and the closed end of the clothespin, the narrower end, was glued towards the top of this, and the wider end was glued towards the bottom, and they used it to stand it up like that. Quite an inventive little use. So more than three. Use it like it's meant to be used. With the little stand, put the little bunny frame in. Of course, complete it before you put the frame in. Use it like I am to hang up on the wall. Or if you have a clothespin, put the clothespin on the back and make it a stand-up. One like this without the bottom frame. Now, there we go. Other uses for this pattern, besides using it, like I said, for a frame like this, is to use it as a card front, to use it as a scrapbook embellishment, to use it maybe, oh, you know what would be cute? To put an Easter, if you didn't have grandchildren or children that you wanted to put in the frame, you could put a little Easter poem in there and it could hang up on your wall just over Easter, right? So many ideas. Now, the other thing is, remember, you can make it out of paper. You can make it out of cardboard. You can make it out of acrylic. You could make it out of poster board, or let me rephrase that. I'm trying to remember foam. Foam. You could make it out of foam. There are many, many different ways to use these files. And this one, I am very happy to say, was a freebie. Okay, so there we go, guys. That is our cute little frame. Once I get the others done up, I will snap a picture and you will be able to see them completed. I will not, however, be taking a picture with the pictures in the frames because faces don't need to be present. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you get to do some crafting or whatever makes you happy. And I will see you again on Friday with another craft. Bye.